All right, let's dive into one of the wildest tech stories in recent memory. Back in April 2022, the richest person on the planet decided to buy one of the most influential social media platforms out there. The move sparked a firestorm of debate. The price tag? An absolutely massive $44 billion. But you know what? The money isn't even the most interesting part. The real story is why he did it.
Just look at that number, $44 billion. I mean, let that sink in for a second. That's more than the entire economic output of some countries. And he spent it on a company that, let's be honest, had a pretty rocky history when it came to actually making a profit. That right there tells you this was not your average business deal. Something else was going on.
So what was the play here? Was this just a brilliant business decision we couldn't see yet? Was it all about power and influence? Or was it something totally different? Well, to figure that out, we have to look past the dollar signs and get into the philosophy Elon Musk himself was talking about. Yeah, see, the reasons Musk gave weren't really about dollars and cents. They were about a big idea, a whole philosophy, really. He wasn't just buying a tech company. He believed he was buying a critical piece of modern society, what he called a digital town square. And you don't have to take my word for it. He said it himself, loud and clear. For him, Twitter wasn't just some app you scroll on your phone. Nope. He saw it as the place, the de facto place, where humanity comes together to debate the most important things happening in the world. And if you're gonna have a town square, what's the one thing it absolutely needs to work? According to Musk, it's free speech. He didn't just see this as a nice feature, he saw it as the core purpose of the entire platform. He argued that open, messy, real conversation is how democracies stay healthy. It's how we figure out what's true, and it's essential for, pushing civilization forward. Of course, he made it clear this all has to happen within the law, but that principle of openness was his North Star.
Okay, so that's the why. That's the big, grand vision. But what about the how? I mean, you don't just buy a company this big and say, all right, done. No way. He had a whole blueprint ready to go, a plan to completely reshape Twitter from the ground up.
And it really boiled down to three main pillars. Each one was designed to fix something he saw as a major problem with the old Twitter, that it was secretive, that it was held back by being a public company, and that, frankly, the user experience was kind of crummy.
First up, pop the hood on the algorithm and make it open source. So what does that actually mean? Well, instead of Twitter's code being this secret recipe that decides what you see, Musk wanted to put it out there for everyone to look at. The goal was to let programmers all over the world check it for bias, suggest improvements, and basically make sure there was no funny business or secret manipulation happening behind the scenes. Total transparency. Step 2 was a massive strategic shift, taking the company private. This is so key. You see, as a public company, Twitter always had to answer to its shareholders, which meant the number one goal was always maximizing profit, quarter after quarter. By taking it private, Musk basically freed the company from that pressure. The new goal wasn't profit, it was his vision, and it meant he could make huge changes fast, without getting tangled up in board approvals. And step 3 was a promise that probably sounded pretty good to a lot of users. He wanted to defeat the spam bots. Come on, we've all seen them, the fake accounts, the crypto scams, and the replies. Musk saw this as a huge problem that was degrading the quality of conversation. His plan was to clean house, get rid of the bots, and figure out a way to authenticate that the users on the platform were actual, real human beings.
And throughout this whole saga, he kept hammering this one point home. This wasn't about making a quick buck. He claimed it was all based on this gut feeling he had that for the future of humanity, having a trusted, inclusive global platform was just extremely important.
Now, you can't make a move this big without causing some serious waves. And the second this deal became real, the ripple effects started spreading, not just in the tech world, but across the financial markets too. The reaction was instant. Twitter's stock popped about 5% as investors reacted to the news. But the really wild story was in the crypto world. Dogecoin, a cryptocurrency that Musk has famously tweeted about, shot up over 20%. Why? Pure speculation that he might build it into the platform's future somehow. So, at the end of the day, this whole $44 billion adventure was a massive bet on a single ambitious vision: to turn Twitter into the world's go-to place for free expression. He laid out his plan and he put his money where his mouth is. But the big question is still out there, right? Can a platform run by one person's vision really become the most trusted and inclusive town square for the entire world? Well, that's the $44 billion question we're all still watching play out.